Kunate Kunaha Hanahi Lunahala Hanayahe Sulahe Nuraloha Hanayahilu Meituha Meilaleni Suha. It is in grace and gratitude that I clear and open this sacred space for us today, in this beautiful now, in this beautiful way, as we celebrate this beautiful energy of unity, of body, mind, and spirit here today, together on this 10-10-10 energy. On this October 10th of 2017, and 2017 also equaling 10, we've got this amazing Trinary energy. And I've been enveloped in unity consciousness, in the crystalline beingness. It's been an amazing, another amazing ride. And I want to thank all of you. I dedicate this to all of you, and I especially dedicate this one to Nova Cynthia Barker. We had an amazing ride. We had a beautiful introduction that turned into, like, I don't know, I think, well, the sun set and the moon rose, and 5 hours later, I realized that we really are meeting our multidimensionality. And I am so excited when I meet someone so magically multidimensional. Our frequencies definitely met. And I guess I brought this up right now, or they're having me bring this up right now, for this amazing synchronistic energy, this becoming authentic. We had amazing conversations about authenticity. And I started this meditation and this cleansing at 11:11 a.m. this morning, as I was celebrating, even last night, beginning at 11:11 p.m. last night, and doing a video after midnight to celebrate and usher in this 10-10-10 energy, this 1-1-1, this 3 energy. So today I'm cleansing this space. I've got a beautiful sage incense here, since I don't have any fresh sage with me. I've got my Palo Santo that I've burned, and I've got a brand new bay leaf that I burned. And so this is for all of you. Thank you for all your comments, your kindness, your sessions, your donations, your time. And we are realizing now that we are truly, the big message was no longer about lowering your frequency to meet another's, but to stay at the highest frequency that you are capable of vibrating, and allowing your tribe in that frequency to find you, and for you to find each other. And so I began my galactic drawings this morning with my 10-10-10 energy, and that was just a moment ago as I was cleansing the space. And I wanted to share with you my spirit of flight energy, this new beginnings of knowing thyself in a new way and expressing yourself, thyself, ourselves in a way we never have before, that we've never dared ourselves to before. And on my walk just a day or two ago, actually it was, I believe it was the day of the full moon, we were walking and my mate spotted this beautiful, gorgeous new hawk feather to add to my collection. And a few steps later, I don't know, maybe 50 feet or so, was another beautiful feather. And I think, and I said, oh, well, you suppose they were off the same bird, maybe? I don't know. So I wanted to add this to my beautiful feather collection here. And I thought about taking all my feathers out today to count them, but so there we are, our messages from our avian collectives to remind us to allow our spirits to soar and be free, just as they are, to use their voices to connect to one another, to use your voice to connect to each other, to start being and feeling and sharing all that you are. Burning that fire within you brightly and showing the universe, your friends, your family, who you really are. And in my own journey of authenticity, I am branching out in my own ways, trying new things. I really believe that this one energy, this amazingness of this trinary consciousness, and reminding us that we really are the crystalline beings. And so today I was guided to white and gray and a soft blue, a dove gray of peace, the crystalline consciousness. Of sharing these light languages and these star languages like never before. I'm thrilled and amazed at how many people I've come in contact already just in a short time, of expanding out a little bit more in Facebook and seeing all of you wonderful people out there, and starting a light languages of lights star community, star code community, if you will, sharing all of these languages of lights. I'm amazed at how it's expanding, how we're all being guided to share more and more of our star languages, their stories, their messages, their connections. There are our galactic families, there are higher selves coming to chat with us. And I've been guided more and more to get together with all of you and sharing these languages, no matter how they're coming out, whether it's tones, songs, scribes. So it's really been a strong unity consciousness message for me, and seeing things in a more clear light than I've ever seen them before. And not only really utilizing our crystals and our water and our permission slips, but also allowing ourselves to let them go, to know that they served a purpose, a place, a time, and when that purpose has been served, we need to be I'm hearing myself saying, I'm hearing multidimensional enough, but we need to be clear enough and conscious enough to realize when that particular idea, permission slip, when we don't need it anymore. And to even lose the idea and the belief that it's scary to move on, to let it go. That's even been something, no pain, no gain. I can't let this go. It's like I'm mourning something. I'm saying goodbye. And I believe that was true, or can be and still is true, but I don't think that we are advanced beyond that now. We know now it doesn't have to be that way. It can happen now in a breath. In 1 second, we can go into the channeling state. In one moment, we can connect with our higher selves. I wanted to share with you today this necklace that I've been wearing for many, many years. It was a gift by an aunt, and there are lots of stories with those two aunts, those sisters, who've transformed themselves into their own new realities now. Yet as I'm remembering now these things, and as I found sacred geometry and these symbols and Bashar and the Yayal and so many other civilizations that use the triangle, and we talk about the Merkaba and Metatron. I'm deeply connected with the energy that is Metatron. I've had the most beautiful angelic energy the last few days. I have been experiencing some amazing channelings, conversations, the angelic presence, how they've been expressing how this blue Sirius portal, that many of these written languages and these spoken languages and these intentions and the light languages and the light codes coming through the moonlight and the sunlight, they're literally opening the galactic center, the Sirius portal, and allowing this angelic energy to pour in as if never before. And as I see these ones and zeros, I'm seeing the binaries, I'm seeing the codes floating around in my head, the sacred circuitry, the sacred geometry, how so many of us now are able to help others heal each other with these sacred codes and geometry just by looking at them. We're activating each other. We're telling each other's galactic and celestial stories. It's all connected. And we're finding that now. This is all of this 111 and 000 and 10 and 10. It's new beginnings. Even this morning, I found I was just guided to, and even my husband was guided to. It's like walking a different way as soon as we woke up this morning, having our coffee in a different place. Even Ranger went swimming in his pool first thing in this morning. He never does it. So it's not just me. It's all of us. It's this collective consciousness, this wave of beauty, of love, of all of us opening up to all of this. And as each of us shares all of these codes and all of these symbols, it's happening more and more frequency. It's happening more frequently, and we're opening up each other's frequencies. We're activating each other's frequencies. So as we share this stuff, we're calling each other. We're hearing each other. I need some coffee and water. Oh, and then as synchronicity would have it, I had to laugh because then I looked at the thermometer and the clock this morning, and it was like everything equaled 11. So I posted that picture today too. So I've got all this 11 energy. My birth path is 11. So I'm feeling all of this amazing energy today. And I've had some of the most strangest experiences happen to me. And if, as many of you know, I was sharing a song that I had come across by the Carpenters, Karen Carpenter, and I was amazed at how I remembered it as a child, but I had forgotten about it, and it was calling all interplanetary crafts. And it was for World Contact Day. And I didn't even realize that this World Contact Day started like back in 1953. So I found it interesting how long we've been at this, and how, for me, it's been so obvious all my life. You know, I've always believed in ETs, and I've always believed in angels, and however, And I've always believed that the whole idea of the body, mind, and spirit and the connection, I always believed it a little bit differently than everyone else. And so for some reason, I was feeling this white, clear energy today. So I'm gathering my white stones, and and I kept hearing clean slate, white, crystalline energy, allowing this angelic energy through these light beams, and as we're activating each other and sharing these stories, these symbolic written stories, we're literally finding each other. I am astounded, quite frankly, at the similarities in so many of our written star languages. And yet, it shouldn't surprise me at all, right? So, but in a way, it's like when you hear something from a channeler that you already, it's not that you're hearing something new. None of this is new information. None of it. You're remembering. Well, you already know. And so when you weep in recognition, it's because you're remembering. You're like, yes, I already know this. So my aunts were clairvoyant. They were seekers. They were knowers. They were avid readers and seekers of knowledge, and esoterics. They were channelers. And I didn't know that then. But now I know, and things that I found out since then and talking to other family members. But so this is nothing new to them. And even me doing this isn't really anything new to my family, except for this, they just don't know about the light languages and the ET stuff. And at this point, I don't really think that they'd be very surprised. As I'm still always, since I was a little kid, I've always been my entire family's spiritual guide. And I know all of you can relate to this. If you're watching this, you're already been there. So, and if you're coming new to this, there's so much information out there about what is light language. How does it activate you? What does it mean? Are they translatable? There's so much information out there. I invite you to go out there and explore and allow the synchronicities. Just ask the question. Ask the question. I want to know more about this connection. I would like to speak languages. How do I go about opening my throat chakra? And all the answers will be given to you. You'll stumble across absolutely everything you need in absolute perfect timing, including this video. So whenever you're seeing this is your 11-11 energy. This is your 10-10-10 energy. Your new blast of new beginning energy. So it doesn't matter when you're seeing it, because there's only now. There is only now. We all exist. Our past lives are happening right now. The 1800s are happening right now. It's a frequency. So one of the experiences that I have a lot with is music and groups and artists, and some interesting information that I received this weekend about telepathically and from Karen Carpenter, from that energy. And one of the messages that I received from her was that growing up, all of us, well, not just growing up, but all the time, we all have particular frequencies of music that we like. There's certain thought patterns that certain frequencies resonate with. And the way that they were explaining it to me was, it's as if it's a bunch of alarm clocks that are going off whenever we hear a song, no matter what kind of genre the music is. If the music and the lyrics are resonating with you and they have a message for you, it's you're emitting. As soon as you have that realization, that remembering that as soon as you connect to that song, that music, that artist, whomever it is. And I know there's many of us who channel many artists because we're in that frequency. It's just frequency. You can do what I do. We're all capable of this. We're all channelers. This isn't bred in us. This is part of our body. It's part of our light being, and we're just alarm clocks for each other. That's it. So the way she was explaining it to me in the shower, and maybe you guys can relate to this too, but oh my God, when I very first started channeling, it happened in the shower. So it's water. We're mostly water. Our intentions are held in water. Our intentions are held in crystals. If you want to speak languages, then say, I would like to speak languages. I intend to speak languages. I would like to connect with my higher self, my ET friends, my galactic families, the angels, and put your intention in the water. And just think it. Don't try to put it into words. Try to take all of that information that you're thinking and feeling, and don't try to put it into words. Just put it into a thought wave, into the water. And feel it building. And you can do this with crystals. You can do that and hold them. You can do it with water. You can do it with your food. For everything contains everything you are, but especially water is especially powerful. I even love the little pyramids and triangles on my bottle. It's one of the reasons I saved the bottle. It's all permission slips. Talk about crystals, and so, and then I'm hearing, you know, ones and zeros and binary and trinary, and how everything is mathematical. Everything is a frequency, and a frequency is a calibration, just like a frequency on a radio. It's just, you can we can assign a number, if you will, to a frequency. That's a good way to put it. And so we can assign, once you become familiar with a particular frequency, whether it's the Shikani, the Sasani, I knew immediately I was connected to them, and have since learned a great deal about my connection to them. You just know. And so when you hear something and you know it, they're ringing the bell, they're waking you up, they're singing the song. And so as we all listen to different types of music and different genres, we're sending out and we're emitting signals, and we're literally hearing back now the answers from all of our star families. And it is interesting how I can feel them in different places when I feel them near me, when I hear them contacting me, I do feel their energy in different places. Sometimes it's in my ear, sometimes it's in my head, sometimes it's in my neck. I always feel it in my solar plexus and my heart chakra. I feel it just like a pulsing, like a warmth, like a heat, like a knowing, and sometimes it's been so powerful I've had to say, back off a little, because it's just so big and loving. And it's almost as if we feel like we can't possibly hold all that love. It's so big and powerful. And it's not even that we don't feel like we deserve it, but there's kind of that feeling like, wow, this is so amazing. Like, I can't imagine being loved this much. Whew. Nia soto simi ikikia no tochi uno pala halakisa. Sono toringa shnasa tatinga shinosopo ala halakanora baka. Shino tore samola halakilando sonoso. Soposhno iwali hinaki. So ena palanta ke maishno. Abore shinokola hanakabe. Soto somokola halanda. Neni nina ala totopola nana atakesha. Sotokuna. Shaurushno sabi enate, tombore inu kua paleta tanatesha. Sapuse no tu imbashna eki, Tobo eba halaneta eleso shasharu. Emiliana ne poaka satotunda sanase. So as I'm seeing all these symbols that so many are drawing, I'm astounded at how interconnected we all are. And it's as if they're saying, we've been to these places together. We know each other. We're sending these signals to recognize one another. It's much like when we all like a particular type of music or a particular type of artist or genre, we tend to go to those concerts. We navigate around that energy. We listen to their music. All of that is emitting information. An exchange. It's an exchange, an energetic exchange of information. And so we're literally with our tribe. And as we know, whether it's a music concert or a huge gathering place of prayer and meditation, or even a sports arena, the energy is, you can taste it, you can feel it, you can touch it, you can smell it. It's about the integration of all of this in becoming the one and the zero, the perfect balance, the see, there's my nose itching again now, the angels. And now they're reminding me too about, as we share these symbols now, we're opening up these portals that are allowing all this magnification of balances of energy, of light energy, and information. We're opening up these portals of love and allowing these Arcturian, Andromedan, Pleiadian, Lyran, Sirian, and Centaurian, Andromedan, or did I say that? And Andorian. I'm hearing, and now I'm seeing all, now I'm hearing Alpha Centauri, Betelgeuse, and of course we have, the Pleiel, the Yael. All of these are opening these portals, allowing us to connect. And then we begin to see, even in our animal totems, we begin to see our reflection in them and these archetypes. And whether it's the physical representation or the archetypal energy, we're seeing the connection between these symbols and the numbers. And then I've been hearing all this, feeling this high, once again, Mayan energy, and the pyramid energy, and I've got my pyramids set up here behind me, and the Sphinx, and the gathering in the paw of the Sphinx. I've been hearing that a lot, and so there's this conglomeration of like several Egyptian timelines, and all of these galactic languages, and all the languages all over the planet, and how our indigenous peoples, and how our Native Americans and the indigenous native civilizations of each of the continents, and how each of these numbers and symbols and drawings and letters all are a way for us to each enhance our connection experience, to create a galactic family reunion in a and they're showing me pictures of what are my dreams, that I used to think they were dreams, but they're dreams I've remembered all my life, where we've actually been together so many times on so many ships. We've had many meetings. We've had galactic meetings together. They're showing me, it's interesting because I haven't thought of these dreams in a very long time, and yet right now, in this now, they're showing me how they connect, and that they were actual experiences where we, all of us, you, me, all of us together, were literally sharing time together. We were, and they're even showing me now that what I thought was a car wasn't a car at all, that it was an actual a small transportation vessel, you know, but that it was perfectly quiet. It was all free energy. So it's interesting, a lot of times when we're dreaming, we interpret things in a way that allows our three-dimensional mind to wrap around it. But once you expand your capacity of awareness, and with these signs and symbols and languages also helping us to do that, we're able to now actually remember what was really happening, what meetings were actually going on, who was actually there, what we thought were we put them in other clothing, if you will. We redesigned how they looked to us to be able to conform to what we were able to handle at the time. And now we're starting to remember like the real experience, what it was really like. And it actually removes the fear. It removes everything, because we're waking up and going, oh, okay, these were... A lot of times when I'm writing these symbols, I see them like above the doorways of ships. I see them as information. That's how we conversed with each other. They're literally other, you know, galactic languages that we've learned to speak with each other and read. Much like going to another country and learning to read the street signs. So it's a lot like that. Yeah, Toshinakia, I'm going to end this video for the moment, and I'm going to complete it with a card drawing. So I didn't want to have to try to stitch the movies together. Matiash noteki nitashna. So I'm going to show you what I have drawn so far. Sanotian tiashno oitek po alakishno sapala heleki. Sonotodan boshna etape ala sanatodas no sopo landa shnotedas no sopo ulohana kateta. Soke shnoteda shnosapala hala gundapashnasa. Sote enakishan shashada. Shatakila inikia. Sonodabalinkiara sanosipi ilakita dikisa. And my selenite wand here. Sonoporenki shnasatupikia la inoniaba inona ulohamakale. The multidimensionality. The clarity. Esanochoshia setoshna alaketon dikiala aneki shoto sepala halkinia. Shaluhona bela elese. Sonotorin gishna soso urushoshe ikiana. Elutida sonopola hala. Mirteda se to ulambasha arake. La noribala soso peshna se taya sanate. Sono soma elakia shnose. Sonote. Multidimensional love.